This video covers material that briefly goes over the concept of water pollution, the effect that water pollution has over society and ecosystems, and briefly, what can we do to prevent water pollution to occur. The material presented was originally developed by Andrew Copley and modified and narrated by Alan Rodriguez. This video is made possible by the National Science Foundation funded project Vote of Knowledge in the Science Classroom at Ohio University. Now, I have some questions for you. Do you know what is water pollution? Or do you know what does water pollution causes? Or perhaps, do you know what can we do to prevent water from getting polluted? If you answer no to any of these questions, or even if you feel you should review these concepts, then I invite you to study and review with me the presentation titled Effects of Water Pollution. Are there any? Now, before we start, it's important for me to mention that water pollution is defined simply as the contamination of water. Check out this picture with me. Do you consider this acceptable? This is a picture coming from one of the beaches in San Diego, California. As you can see, the waters of this beach are so polluted or contaminated that it's not even allowed to swim or get in contact with water. Simply not acceptable. Now, contamination or pollution can be due to many factors, but although it's not hard to know what affects the water quality, it may not be so clear what effects can cause on humans and ecosystems for the waters to be contaminated. We'll go briefly over those. Here we have who gets affected by water pollution. There are two major groups of living organisms that get affected: us humans and animals, including ecosystems. In humans, water pollution can cause diseases such as contact with food or ingesting seafood that come from contaminated waters, and just contact with water such as going for a swim. It also causes lack of potable water, which affects costs socially and industrially, and affects the climate and environment, sometimes by creating plagues such as mosquitoes, or by creating simply not desirable odors. Polluted water can also cause death on humans by the increase and the big percentage of bacteria present in it. Animals and ecosystems are also affected. It affects environmental and ecosystem. It causes eutrophication, which we'll see what it is in a few minutes. It causes animal diseases such as disfiguration, and it can cause animal death. All of these, among others, are results of simply contaminated water. Let's look at some example pictures for you to get what it is that I'm trying to explain. Here we have the effects of eutrophication. Because of the excess of nitrates and phosphates in water, there's excess algae growth, which eventually leads to oxygen depletion, which causes, eventually, animal death. There's massive fish, water animal death, as you can see on this picture. There's animal deformities and diseases. And finally, another example, there's lack of potable water and diseases. So the question is, can we do something to prevent water pollution? Please pause the video and take a look to the picture below, which shows all the or most of the ways that water can get polluted, and try to think, how would you prevent water from getting polluted? Did you think of any ways to prevent water pollution? Well, here are some of my methods to prevent it. Use less water. Never throw chemicals, pills, oils, or any other non-water dissolvable component down the drain. Volunteer to participate in water quality control agencies such as the EPA or Environmental Protection Agency. Use environmentally friendly products and recycle. Thanks for your attention.